this is Kylia from Crafting on the Fly. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute pumpkin. And for this, we're actually going to use this knitting tool. It's a nice little machine that's going to make this long string that then we're going to pull over some wire. So this way we don't have to do any knitting yourself, and it's really easy to do. So you're just going to use some pumpkin colored yarn. I use this dark orange, but you can also use some brown, whatever, but it has to be fairly thin and also tightly wound so that it's easy to use the machine on it. And the way it works, you slide it through, and the machine is also linked in my description. And you're using this weight to actually keep the string from, keep it down so that it keeps going down. So I'm gonna first attach the end to this weight. With a little knot right there. And so you always have to have it hanging. So in the beginning though, you keep it hanging through the center there. Keep it tight and over this little lip and in here, and then you're just going to hold the machine and the yarn at the same time. Then you start winding it up. So on the first one, then you skip the second little hook. You go on the third hook, skip the fourth hook, and that's the setup. So that's all you need in the beginning, and then you can just keep winding it up. And then you're actually going to take every hook there. You have to be a little slow in the beginning because it can catch differently. You have to make sure that it goes down, that the little hook goes down below the catchy thingy so that it can close and then go over. So if you have your own one, you can see how it works. So it's just like it opens up and catches it. And this has to be hanging down so that it pulls it down so everything works smoothly. And also keep this one tight, the other side, so that, like I said, everything moves smoothly. You see the little hook there that's on the bottom? So this one has to go open, then close, so that the other one can smoothly pull over there. And sometimes you see that it gets caught. It's like here, and you have to just push it down so that it actually is free and can go over. And again here, to push it down. And if you see that it really catches it all the time, then your yarn is just too thick. So this one's a little thick, so I had a few moments where I had to reattach it. But once it keeps going, you just keep winding and winding and winding until it's nice and long. It comes out here. And then once it's pretty long so that you can't hold it anymore, I'm actually going to start to put it on. But let's do a few more rounds here. And I said you have to make sure that the weight is pulling it down and that it's always going to get off the hook and catch. So this is the wire I'm using. It's just some stainless steel 16 gauge wire. It's also linked in my description. And so we're going to use about 7 rounds here. And it's about the size of your wrist. So you could also use like one of those memory wire bracelets, because that's really the size that's good for you. So I'm going to start and actually made a little loop there at the end so it doesn't get caught on the wire, and I'm just going to loop it on there. It's really easy because it does have that center part, and I actually did that already while it was still on there, also to see how much of that string I will need. So I kept just pushing it on and then securing it with the weight so that I had the whole thing that's going to pull it down. So just slide it on and keep pushing. And like I said, if you did a little loop at the end of the wire, that really helps it to easily be pushed along. So I'm almost there, the end. So now I see that I really need to do a lot more, but it's actually fun just like winding up. And like I said, you can't go too fast up because otherwise you might lose one of those loops and then you have to sort of start over. So once it's on there, what I did was I just put it all together and attached the weight to the entire thing. So I just looped it there. And once more, make sure that it's really tight and attach the weight to it. Add a little knot there. And keep on going. And add a few more rounds there so that I actually see how much you need. So now I think I do have enough here. And I can cut the string, and now we just have to use a needle to catch the ends and get it off. So what I did is, like, with the needle going to the next one, you just pull it off. The first one's a little hard because everything is tight, wound up tight, but you have to just get on there, close it, and then take it off the hook and onto the string. And yeah, make sure that it's not caught on the other side like mine did. So, and then wind it up to the next station so that that loop is down, or up, no, down, and then get that one off and onto your string. Next one, see how it's nice and down. I can take it off and onto here, and then the last one, get that one down and onto, looped onto it. And just pull everything tight. That's the end. And then you can take off the needle and pull it all the way through. Now I can also take the weight off since we're all done here. And just keep pushing it along until everything is on that wire. And as I said, I think I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 7 loops on the wire. You can make it tighter if you want to have a more solid pumpkin, or you can just do maybe 5 spaces if you want a more of an outline for it. But I thought 7 would be good for me, so that's what I did. So once I'm through here, now we can push everything along so that it actually goes all the way to the end. Smooth it all out. And there we have it. Now I just have to combine the 2 ends there. What I did was actually loop the end of the wire through that loop and then just like wound it up on it so that it's holds on tight. I did that with some pliers, just looped it around once or twice. It's hard to see here, but I'm going to show you in a second. So it's just attached it. So, and then once I did that, you just pull your yarn over that double wire part. And since you have the 2 ends, you can just do a knot right there. So finagle it over and then tie a knot. And now just rearrange everything. It's wire, so you can bend it until you like the shape. A bit connected, so it's a process to just get them all in the right shape. And so in order for it to actually stay that way, what I did is just again put the ends of the string onto the needle. So that's a good shape. I put it on the needle there. And then go through the fabric all around so that you stitch it together. And this way you can like yank the inside apart or anything. So just get that tightly around. Do it as much as you want, just so that you really have it a nice tight center there. And then just stitch back and forth and do the same thing with the other loop there, with the other end of the string, and cut off the rest. And I just back stitched it because I didn't want to put another knot there. And cut it off. And like I said, do the same thing with the other side. Once we're done, we have to use and add a little knob to the top. So I used this craft glue and a little wooden stick that I just got from the yard. But you could also use like a cinnamon stick or get some little sticks from the Dollar Tree shop. And that's it. That's a little